Alright, when you receive the invitation to join the Google Drive for the course, it'll look like this. It'll show up in your Gmail account, and you'll have to click on it. And this is what you'll see when you click on the invitation. Go ahead and click on Open. And what it'll do is it'll show you everything that is in the class folder. The easiest way to take a look at this is to go ahead and add this to your drive. So if you click on the Add to your drive, and then go ahead and open it in your drive, and it'll open up everything that's in your drive. Right now, I don't have a lot in this drive. This is just the one that I use for video purposes. But then it opens up College Physics, and this is everything that you should be able to see and have access to for the course. Starting with Unit 3, I'm going to have all of your resources on the Google Drive. Your equation sheet is here. And the equation sheet itself is actually the PDF file. There are a bunch of other files here, a bunch of PNGs. Those are extra components of the equation sheet that you may need. Now in this class, depending which class you're in, you may or may not need the dot product one. But if you need density numbers, you can click on density numbers and it'll bring up the table out of one of the books we've used in the past. Same thing for compressibility. Let's see, what was another one that you'll need a lot. When we get to the thermodynamics, you'll need expansion coefficients. Those are here. But anything that you would need, like sun data or earth data, moon data, stuff like that, all of those are included in that equation sheet folder. And then the equation sheet itself is the PDF file. Back to the main folder. The solutions from the textbook. So if you're following along and you want to follow along in that textbook that we used last year, I've posted the solutions to those, and those are organized by chapters. So it's 1, 2, 3, and so on. Same resources that were on the iNet page. It's just a little easier to get to now. The labs, I put the labs all in one folder here, and so they're organized by unit. And the lab that you'll be working on shortly, based on when you're watching this video, it'll probably be Unit 2 lab. Everything is here. This is the picture data for the lab, and this is the actual lab itself. Now there's a bunch of files in here. These are all the files I used to generate it. You'll only need the PDF file. If you click on that, it'll take you right to the directions and the goal for the lab. Go back one folder. Your data for the lab, and this particular lab is picture data rather than video data. You click there, it's organized. You've got the README. Make sure you read that so you know what the, let me example click on it here. So it tells you a little bit about what's going on. Each lab will have one of those. Again, this is a little easier than getting the files off of the server that iNet uses, because you'd have to unzip them. Here you don't have to unzip anything. You click there, you can see all the pictures right away. And that'll be true for the videos for future labs as well. Problem of the day, this is for what we do on campus. So if you wonder what additionally we do on campus, well, we'd have this thing called problem of the day. And some of these will probably show up on tests perhaps in the future and maybe on the final. But you can take a look at these. I'll get around to putting some type of solution up. I haven't recorded those so far yet, but you'll at least be able to see what the questions are. The tests will all be placed in the test folder. And so every test we've taken so far, including the newest one that's released, if you click there, again, it'll have a bunch of files in there. These are all the picture files that go with the test. Actually, these are extra picture files. I could take some of those extra ones out. But what you're looking for is the PDF file. Right there, the PDF file. Click on that, and that's your test. That's your newest test, so that's one you should be working on. And eventually the solutions will be put in there, but obviously we haven't turned that one in yet, so no solutions for that one. But version 2, this one looks a little closer. I had to have fewer picture files, But all the files that go along with the test are in here. The only one you'll care about are the solution PDF and then the original PDF, which is right here. So if you wanted to know what the questions were, click there. And if you want to see the solution set, click there. Go back to there. So starting with Unit 3, all of the resources are on here. So if I click on Unit 3, these are the 3 subcomponents of Unit 3. Definitions and diagrams, that's where you want to start. And I have the examples broken up into 2 parts. These are the examples that you should watch. And then these are the examples that you can watch if you have time. Take a look at these. So these 3 examples, they're pretty much like they were organized on iNet. The difference here is you'll be able to play them easier. You don't have to actually jump to YouTube to play anything. You can click right on it and it'll open up on your phone, on your tablet, or on your computer. I've tested it on my phone. It works really nice for watching the videos on the phone and then looking at the example on the computer. It seems to work pretty well. Same thing is true, let's go back here, for the notes. If you click on the notes, they're organized by watch this one first, then watch this one. This part takes you to a, well, let me click on it, I'll show you what it shows you. It shows you a HTML code for a web page. That part is the part that I'll have. I may or may not post this part to iNet, because iNet will pick it up and run it, open it as a web page. My phone opens some of them as web pages and others it doesn't. Well, obviously this one won't, it's not an HTML. But it wasn't working very well anyway. So just click on the folder, and then if you want to watch the video, click on this one. If you want to just look at the PDF, look at this one. And if you want to just look at the OneNote file so you can modify it, add things to it, click on this one. Go back to Unit 3. That's about all I want to say. I'll get the Unit 4, 5 up there as I have them ready. All of your assignments I've listed on this text document with their due dates. So that's the same due dates as they were on iNet. It's just here, now they're all in one place. Textbook reading guide is still here, and the calendar. Right, use the calendar to know what you should be doing what day. So, for example, if you watch this today, the day I post it, today is actually Wednesday, so it'd be Wednesday the 8th actually. So that'd be equilibrium problems. That's what we did in class today. Tomorrow we'll be doing a lab for Unit 2, and if you're following along online, ideally you'd be following along in the same place. So Unit 3 actually starts on the 13th. That's when I will have expected you to have watched the first section videos for energy, and then continue from there. If you have questions, make sure you let me know, but this should get you access to all of the course materials in a much more user-friendly manner than iNet. Now, if you want to submit things here on the Google Drive rather than using iNet, I would recommend that as well. And let me go back to my main folder here. Oh, I want to close all my folders. There we go. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to create a folder. Oh, I'm in Psychology Physics. I need to get back to my drive. There we go. Now I'm going to create a folder, and I'm going to call it My Name. And this is where you'll put your name in there. And it should be your folder. And then what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to share this with me. So you're going to need to right click on it and share. And then you're going to need to put in my address for the Google Drive. And that's carl.gross.college.physics@gmail.com. And make sure I can edit it so that I can actually pull a file off, write on it, and then return it to you. Not for the tests in particular. For the homework assignments, that isn't as important, but you would submit all of your work here. So make sure that I have editing privileges, and then click Send. And I guess send one more time. There we go. And so then that folder with your name on it will be shared with me, and I'll be able to open up that in my Google Drive. And that way I can see what you've uploaded individually, and then when I return the files, everybody won't see them. Versus in the college physics folder, everybody sees this. So that's why I gave everybody just read privileges. You won't be able to submit anything here, because if you did submit it, everybody else in class would see it. But if you put, as long as you put your assignments in your folder with your name on it, then only I will see them and grade them appropriately. Now the one difference here is if you're going to submit the assignments here versus on iNet, you will actually have to give them a name that makes sense. So for example, problem set unit 2, make sure you call it problem set unit 2 or unit 2 problem set, something like that. You won't have to put your name on it because your name will be the folder, but you will have to give the assignment a name so I know what it is. That should take care of everything I wanted to introduce for getting access to the shared information for the course on Google Drive, and then setting up your own individual folder so that you can submit assignments to me and then I can return things to you. Remember, iNet will only let you submit to me. I can't return anything to you on iNet. So anytime you want something returned, I have to have your folder with your name on it so that I can drag your document back in there. All right, questions, let me know.